Rabombi and Komo-o were able to win the Lille Regional Championship in Regulation H. We're going to be trying out a recreation of that team and seeing how well it can perform. This is a recreation of the Rabombi team that was able to win the regional championship, originally created by Dill, who was the runner-up at the 2025 EUIC, as well as Marco Silva, and this recreation was created by Michael Kausch. We're going to be using it for the Grand Challenge and seeing how well it can perform. But first, let's break down the team. All right, let's go over the team. First up, we have Ribombee with Focus Sash, so it lives any one strong attack with the Shield Dust, which is basically Covert Cloak as an ability. It does prevent the user from getting affected by secondary effects of attacks like Fake Out Flinches or Icy Wind Speed Drops and more. With the Fairy Terrestrialization to power up its Moonblast even further, with Moonblast, Tailwind to Fake Tears, and Protect. So you might be wondering, why Ribombee over Whimsicott? And one of the big deals about Ribombee is that it is a very fast Pokemon. It is base 124 speed, which actually makes it one of the fastest Pokemon in the format. And because it is one of the faster Pokemon in the format, it can go for like a very fast Tailwind, so you don't exactly need Prankster Tailwind all the time. And one really cool thing about Ribombee is because you can go for Fake Tears with Ribombee, instead of a Whimsicott that has priority Fake Tears, you can actually affect Dark types, which normally Prankster would be non-effective into Dark types like Incineroar. But with Ribombee, you can actually go for Fake Tears into those Dark types like Incineroar or Tyranitar or any Terra Darks and go for that Fake Tears plus a combination attack. So it makes it more effective as an offensive capabilities with some strong special attackers at the sacrifice of not having that Prankster for the Tailwind immediately, which can affect some faster matchups, especially like weather matchups with Rain and Chlorophyll, with Swift Swim and all that. But across the board, it is not a bad trade-off. And having a cool thing with Shield Dust, which of course makes it so that you can't get affected by those secondary effects, and Focus Sash all on one Pokemon makes it very flexible. It's a pretty simple EV spread. You want to go max speed, of course, with the Timid Nature, and then max special attack so you can hit as hard with that Moonblast. Next Pokemon we have is the Life Orb Gholdengo with the Good as Gold ability. Classic, being able to prevent it from getting affected by status moves with the Steel Terra type to power up its Make It Rain even further with Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Power Gem, and Protect. Across the board, this is a pretty standard Life Orb Gholdengo other than Power Gem. Normally we see Nasty Plot or sometimes we've seen Terra Blast on the offensive teams, but Power Gem does make sense because you're able to hit Volcarona, a very common Pokemon in the format, but also a Fake Tears combination into Power Gem is effective into opposing Incineroar and will knock them out barring any super bulky Assault Vest spreads. So you can go for Power Gem into that, any Terrifiers, Charizard, and more. Power Gem is a pretty effective move to have here to cover those options. And it's really just a wall breaker. It's able to do a ton of damage. You go Modest because you rely on the speed advantage with the Tailwind from the Ribombee, so you can just maximize gain of knockouts because Timid can miss some knockouts, especially with the Fake Tears. So going with that Modest just to ensure you get those knockouts. Next Pokemon we have is the Komo-o with the Throat Spray, which gives it a +1 special attack boost when it uses a sound move. In this case, it's going to be its Cling Scales with the Overcoat ability, which prevents it from taking sand damage, as well as immune to powder moves like Spore, Rage Powder, and Sleep Powder. With the Fire Terra type, that is a good defensive Terra against Fairy type attacks, as well as the Steel Make It Rain, and powers up the Flamethrower on the Komo-o with Clang Scales, Aura Spear, Flamethrower, and Protect. Komo is definitely a weird mon in the format, and I should know because I won a regional championship with Komo back in 2018, but that was a different case with Z-moves. Now a lot of the Komos, it has had some performance in Regulation H. It was able to get top 4 at the Latin American International Championship by Ashton Cox, and it has a few placements here and there. It's not really used too much, but most of it is usually like Clanger Soul, which would increase all your stats by 1 stage. But this Komo is different. It is just going on the offense, really being able to set up with the Throat Spray and then just fire off like super effective attacks because it has really good coverage options. It's a pretty simple Komo with max speed, pretty much nearest max special attack. It is pretty much what Komo wants to do. It's a good Pokemon into King Gambit, which the team can struggle with. So having that really high natural defense, it does have a low special attack initially, so it won't do too much without the Throat Spray. But we'll see how Komo does fare because it hasn't been really used much at all. But has that Aura Spear for Bloodmoon Ursuluna, regular Ursuluna, and of course the King Gambit. And it does have some pretty decent coverage options. So we'll see if Komo can actually do some work in today's video. Next Pokemon we have is the Assault Vest Bloodmoon Ursuluna with the Mind's Eye, which allows the Bloodmoon Ursuluna to hit ghost types with its fighting and its normal type moves. With the Water Terra type, that is just a great defensive typing into super effective water moves, as well as really strong fire moves from weather and especially the rain and sun teams out there. With the Blood Moon, Earth Power, Hyper Voice, and Vacuum Wave. Across the board, pretty standard Bloodmoon Ursuluna. This is a pretty bulky one in general. Has 90 speed, so it can take advantage of going for the tailwind and then being at a 180, so it can just generally outspeed a ton of the format, really able to dish out a ton of damage across the board, outspeed base 110s for example, and really just fire off some very powerful attacks with pretty good bulk in general. 148 HP and 100 special defense with the Assault Vest will actually allow it to be able to take stuff like Make It Rains from Steel, Choice Specs Gholdengo, and it is still able to fire back a good amount of damage. Next Pokemon we have Covert Cloak Incineroar, which is not an item we commonly see on Incineroar, but as I mentioned before, with the Shield Dust, it does prevent any secondary effects from attacks such as the Fake Out Flinch or the stat drops from Icy Wind and all those other moves. With the Intimidate ability, which of course lowers the attack of the Pokemon on the opposing side. Fire Terra type, which is interesting, but to power up its fire moves even further and get rid of the dark typing in case you want to be able to take a close combat or a drain punch better. With Flare Blitz, Knock Off, Fake Out, and Protect. Yeah, this is a very interesting Incineroar. It runs Protect, which is not an Incineroar we commonly see in the format. Most Incineroars do run a pivoting move, but this one not opting to, because this team, you don't really switch as much. You're really just going to go for the attack, especially if you're doing the Rabombi Tailwind offense mode. So having Protect can be nice. It's nice to stall out like Trick Room turns, for example, Tailwind turns, and of course like any strong hits that you can't really switch into safely because a lot of your mods are generally frail. Yeah, being able to stall out a turn with that Protect can be very helpful for positioning. So for the EV spread, this is a interesting Incineroar with a 196 speed stat that allows you to outspeed a Life Orb, a Blood Moon Ursulunas that generally run modest max speed, so you can go for the knockoff and get rid of the Life Orb or a double up to try and KO it. Then you have just generally good bulk, and you're still able to do some pretty good damage with the 36 attack for the extra jump point. And a Flare Blitz with the Terrifier can knock out like a Gholdengo at -1 if they have no bulk, for example. So it is an Incineroar that can actually put on some pretty good offensive pressure while having a, generally good supportive kit with Fake Out and Intimidate. Final Pokemon on this team is going to be the Loaded Dice Dragonite with the multi-skill ability, which has the damage that Dragonite takes when at full HP. With the Steel Terra type, a good defensive typing into super effective Ice, Fairy coverage, and Dragon coverage. With Scale Shot, Extreme Speed, Tailwind, and Protect. Pretty much your standard Dragonite, except it doesn't have Haze. It has extreme speed over Haze, but you do have a way to play around Dondozo with the Fake Tears Ribombee alongside really strong special attackers. And of course, being able to weaken or clean up weakened foes is pretty great, because you do have like Assault Vest Ursuluna and the Komo-o, which don't exactly get the KO sometimes. Extreme speed can finish off those weakened foes. Then this EV spread, not running the max speed and the max attack, actually having some bulk on the Dragonite. And 204 attack does give you an extra stat point, so you're doing still a ton of damage with the Scale Shot and the extreme speeds. And the 188 speed will be able to outspeed like a lot of the general like high max speed base 70s, and a little bit more. With Scale Shot, you're able to outspeed stuff like Whimsicott, for example. So how to use the team? There are a few different modes to this team, but there are the standard Tailwind mode with the offense, usually capable of leading Rabombi plus a special attacker like the Gholdengo, the Komo-o, or the Ursuluna, where you're dishing out a ton of damage with the Fake Tears plus the Make It Rain or attacks from Komo-o or the Ursuluna. Or you can go with a more defensive route that you have with like standard stuff like Dragonite plus like Incineroar, or Incineroar plus Gholdengo, Incineroar plus Bloodmoon Ursuluna. All of those Pokemon combinations do work as well. A lot of the game plan, this team does kind of function as both a version that does have a balance mode where Dragonite, Ursuluna, Gholdengo, and Incineroar are pretty common on those balance modes, but you also have like the Tailwind offense mode capable of the Rabombi, and no matter if you leave Rabombi behind, you still have an option for Tailwind speed control with the Dragonite to try and sweep with your Bloodmoon Ursuluna and your Gholdengo. So you have a few different modes, as I mentioned before. You could lead Rabombi, Gholdengo. Rabombi plus special attacker is just really effective. Go for the Tailwind immediately. You could also lead stuff like Rabombi plus the Dragonite immediately. Go for Tailwind Scale Shot so you can boost up your speed. And then you can have Tailwind kind of staggered throughout the game and set up a second Tailwind, because you have both Tailwind setters. And it's hard to remove both a Focus Sash Mon and a multi-skill Mon at the same time. You can also just go offensive immediately with your special attackers like Gholdengo plus the Komo-o or Gholdengo plus Ursuluna for some really strong spread moves. And of course, Incineroar does have that fake out support to go for like initial damage. So you can go for a burst move with a really strong attacker against Pokemon that don't have Protect with the Incineroar fake out option. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Ribombee and Komo-o? Because I've been a huge Ribombee fan, especially for the grand challenges. I have seen it used before and I've used it before. I think it's actually a pretty underrated mon in Regulation H, so really happy to see it win a regional. And then we have Komo-o, which I love this Pokemon in VGC 2018 because it's a Pokemon I won my first regional championship with. But man, I have not liked it since Gen 7. So we'll see if it will be able to put in some work this time. It doesn't have the Clanger Soul, doesn't have the Z Crystal. Let's see if it puts in work or not. All right, let's see how this goes. It could go great, it could go poorly. We'll figure it out from here. We got a 1633 ranking with Entity, Armarouge, Gallade, the Ursuluna, Lilligant, Tisui, Torkoal. All right. So size spam, which I don't think this team has like a great matchup against them, ironically. Yeah, that's kind of tough. That is kind of tough. Yeah, I don't know, because Gallade has access to Wide Guard, and I don't know if I can really stop the Gallade Entity lead. And Armarouge also has access to Wide Guard too, so I also have to respect that. Not a great one here. Trying to figure out how I play around this. I don't think I bring Rabombi. Probably Dragonite, Gholdengo, Ursuluna. Well, I like Incineroar, Ursuluna, Dragonite for sure. I don't know which order. I kind of like Incineroar plus Bloodmoon the most. And then, or maybe I should lead Gold just to put on pressure. Maybe it's just leading Gold with Incin plus Komo back. Or is Dragonite? Do I bring Dragonite or do I bring Komo? I think Dragonite is better, mainly because of the fact that it is a ground immunity, which I think is really good for me, because otherwise I think it's really tough to switch into Ursuluna. But yeah, this is a tough one. This is a tough one right off the bat. We're going to see the lead of Entity Gallade. Yep, I'm not too surprised, as I do lead the Ursuluna and the Gholdengo. So at least I threaten stuff like Make It Rain and Hyper Voice for some really strong damage. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a difficult one. Psychic Seed going to come out from the Entity, which is fine. But yeah, I think my play, I'm always going to commit to Terra Water on the Ursuluna. Like, I think it's always a play here, because I don't really need my Terra on anything else. I think I'm just going to go for a Earth Power immediately into the Gallade. And I'm going to go for a... I want a Shadow Ball. Do I want to Make It Rain? Because I don't know if they were going to Wide Guard Trick Room, which I think Wide Guard Trick Room makes the most sense to me. But is that a better position for me? I don't know if I want to take a KO yet. That's the question. I think I go for Make It Rain. I think I simply go for Make It Rain Earth Power, because if they go for Follow Me, I still get some pretty good damage into Gallade. If they decide to Wide Guard, I at least get the Earth Power into the Gallade slot. I could have Shadow Balled, but I don't think it's necessary to, although I do think Wide Guard Follow Me is a pretty valid play. Or Wide Guard Trick Room. But okay, no Protects. I do get a Make It Rain off into the Gallade, which I don't know if it's good, because Earth Power might not KO the Gallade. I hope it does. Oh, it outspeeds, goes for the Sacred Sword and Ursuluna. That does so much damage. I do crit the Gallade, which I actually probably didn't want to crit on Gallade, because I could have gone for Hyper Voice the next turn. Great. As Trick Room comes out. Okay, I really wanted damage if it was Wide Guard on the Gallade, but yeah, this is not a great spot, because now they bring in Torkoal and click Helping Hand Eruption, and I'm pretty sure I lose off that. Yep. Boy. Not a great start. Not a great start. I guess I'm just gonna go for Hyper Voice for damage, and I'm just gonna Protect. Yeah, that is a terrible position. I don't know if the Power crit mattered though. It might not have worked, but I'm kind of surprised that there's no Wide Guard or Follow Me. It was just attacks all around the board. There might have been other spots I could have done. Like, this game's not over, but it's like really bad right here. But we'll see. I do protect the Gholdengo. Let's see what they decide to go for with their slot. This is turn 2 of Trick Room. They didn't go for Helping Hand, which is interesting. So did they go for Psychic instead? Eruption going to come out. I think this KOs Ursuluna if it specs. Yeah, it specs. Okay. Ursuluna goes down. Not surprising. Like, this game is possible to win, but it's really, really tough, as they did go for the Psychic into the Gholdengo. All right. My only sequence here is just go out into my Dragonite, I think. Or should I go Incineroar? I don't know if Incineroar can live a Helping Hand Eruption. I'm going to be real. I don't think it can. So I think I go for Dragonite first. I go for the Scale Shot into the Torkoal to get some damage. And I go out into my Incineroar. As they switch out to Entity, which is interesting. Okay. Into Ursuluna, I'm assuming. Yeah, Ursuluna makes sense. So again, to Ursuluna. This is still not an awful position for me because I get the Intimidate off into Ursuluna. Granted, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I also get the damage into Torkoal to weaken the Eruption. So the next Eruption is actually going to be a lot weaker. And that might mean both of my Pokemon can survive the next Eruption, which is massive, and set up for an interesting endgame. So Eruption is going to come out. How much damage is it going to do? This is going to do a lot. I know that for a fact. But yeah, I think I'll live the next one if I do land a Scale Shot. I do get the Scale Shot. 5-hitter would be great here, because every bit of damage weakens the Torkoal, which is fantastic. So I do get these Scale Shots up. Unfortunately, it's 4-hitter, but sure. You get the defense and speed boost. The Flame Orb is active. Now I can just go for a simple double protect here. Install out another turn of Tailwind. And then I think I go for a double protect, because if I get one of them, I'm in a good spot. So, or should I just attack here? Maybe it's greedy to go for a double. It might be greedy to go for a double because I could maybe get like a knockoff, get some good damage, and then set up for a really good endgame scenario. So Eruption going to come out. And what does the Ursuluna target? Headlong Rush into Incineroar? Okay. I think it's very likely Dragonite survives the Eruption. Yeah, it should live the Eruption. So I think here I go for a Scale Shot into the... I think I just Scale Shot the Torkoal and I go for a double protect with Incin. Yeah. I think that's always the play here. I failed to double protect, but let's see who he decides to knock out. Eruption. I should survive with both because the Torkoal's a lot more weakened now. Yeah, I survived with both. That's huge. Who did they target? They went for Headlong Rush into Instant. So that Headlong Rush is actually really, really good for me. The reason that's really good for me is now I'm in a great spot with Scale Shot, Make It Rain. And I think I can actually win this end game as long as I hit my attacks. So let's see if we do. I also probably should have Scale Shot the Ursuluna over the Instant because I could have Power Gem Scale Shot the next turn against -1 Ursuluna. But this is still fine. Especially if I get a 5-hitter, I think the game is secured that way. Unfortunately, I keep getting the 4-hitter, but okay. I just got to hit this next Scale Shot. I can't go for Extreme Speed because there's always a chance that the Entity might switch in. So we go for Make It Rain and Scale Shot here. As Psychic Terrain disappears and the Trick Room is over, we go for Make It Rain and we should KO the Ursuluna pretty easily. So yeah, we go for Scale Shot, we go for Make It Rain. Last turn of Sunlight, but no Trick Room is the important part. We go for Make It Rain and we're in a good spot. Okay. The Torkoal retreats actually into the Entity, which is surprising. Okay. Because I think Entity still goes down to Scale Shot. Ooh, that's close actually. But I should be in a good spot to win, assuming I get the KO on Ursuluna this turn, which I should with Make It Rain. Scale Shot gonna come out. Yeah, I think 4 hits will be enough to KO the Entity. Maybe I need a 5-hitter. I've gotten 2 4-hitters so far. Nice. Eventually, you will all get lucky. Eventually. Now does the single target Make It Rain and KO the Ursuluna. I see what my opponent was going for, but I'm pretty sure that Life Orb Make It Rain was still doing way too much damage to the Ursuluna. Maybe it would have survived by a sliver, but it can only KO one of my Mons, and then the other Pokemon would be able to finish off the Torkoal. So I think regardless, like I would have probably had this game very likely sealed up. but this just makes it so much easier for me. So Ursuluna goes down and we're able to stall out the Trick Room, and fantastic. Fantastic. So it was looking pretty dire there. I thought I was actually going to lose, but the Incineroar having Protect actually was so big, because if I didn't have Protect, Incin would have been a little bit troubling. But yeah, Torkoal comes in. I guarantee the win here by clicking Scale Shots plus a Make It Rain, I suppose. It doesn't really matter what I click here, as I don't even have to hit the Scale Shot. All I had to do was hit the Make It Rain, and we're in a winning position. So very solid. Even though I lost my Ursuluna, even though I was kind of in a weird spot, I think, for the second turn, I think it ended up working out really well. The fact that I still had pivots with Instant Dragonite and was able to kind of put them in an awkward position, because Entity was not able to do much damage. It was really only up to the Torkoal. So I was actually able to switch, Protect, stall out some Trick Returns, and then weaken them. And then I was able to clean up the end game with the Gholdengo. So very solid. Okay, great first game. Great first game. I wasn't too sure, because normally a lot of the game plans against Trick Room, you could go for fake tiers, but against the Entity stuff, you can't with Wide Guard specifically. This is Luca Paz, if I'm not mistaken, who's a regional champion. And this is this team. I know this team. All right, what should I do here? So it screens Grimmsnarl, should be Life Orb on the Bloodmoon Ursuluna, should be support Volcarona, Asolvis or Chaladon, should be standard Dragonite, and Specs Gholdengo. That's usually how these teams function. So yeah, it's not an easy position per se, but yeah, what can I do here? What can I do here? It might be just Ribombee Gholdengo. I think Ribombee Gholdengo is fine. The reason I like Ribombee Gholdengo is because I still threaten the Grimmsnarl. I have Power Gem access into the Volcarona, which is great, and Fake Tears Pressure is of course really solid. You also can Thunder Wave my Gholdengo, which is pretty massive. I think I always bring the Ursuluna, if I'm not mistaken. Last mon I'm kind of concerned about, but I think I go Incin. It could be Dragonite or Komo-o, but I feel like having Incin to switch into Dragonite and Volcarona is way more valuable to me. And also having a switch into Make It Rain on the opposing side is also a huge plus. So that is going to be the 4 I think that are the best here. I'm not 100% if it's a game winning or line, but we'll see. I think the tools that I have are decent, but I'm not 100% certain. Grimmsnarl will be annoying. Could be Covert Cloak on the Grimm, so that's something I have to watch out for. Volcarona, Ursuluna. Okay, I do have access to Tailwind as well, so this is a pretty big one, as I leave Ribombee plus the Gholdengo. Am I okay with committing Terra here? So I don't know. They might not Terra. They might just decide, hey, I'm going to go for Tailwind plus a... They could go for Tailwind with Volcarona. They could go for the Overheat immediately. I don't have the best swaps here. I do want to get rid of the Ursuluna if they give me the opportunity to. I think I always Tailwind. The question is, what am I doing with Gholdengo? Am I clicking Make It Rain, or am I clicking Power Gem? If the Ursuluna attacks, it's really bad. I think I'd rather just Power Gem though, because I think getting rid of Volk might be really annoying. There's also a chance that the Ursa protects here, or Terra's. We're going to see a Terra though. Is this Volcarona or is this Ursuluna? Ah, I should have just clicked Make It Rain. Should have just clicked Make It Rain. If I click Terra Steel, Make It Rain. But I assume that means the Ursuluna protects here, because I don't think you would make this play if you're going for an attack with Ursuluna. Oh, they attacked with Ursuluna. I got the call wrong. Power Gem. If I just went for Terra Steel, Make It Rain, it was a lot better of a position. They also Tailwind here, so I'm assuming this is Tailwind Earth Power. This is really bad. Oh, they Hyper Voiced. Interesting. Power Gem did some decent damage, but nowhere near enough. I mean, this position's okay. It's playable, I suppose. I'm gonna go for a Moonblast with Terra Fair to try and KO the Volcarona. Power Gem with Life Orb was a decent hit. Probably not enough to KO the Volk though. I think I still just Moonblast a Volk though and protect. Okay. Really wish I clicked Terra Steel, make it rain there because I got so much damage, but all right. Let's KO. Let's get some damage on the Volk. I don't know if it's Covert Cloak or if it was Citrus Berry. That's what I can't remember. So I'm gonna go for Moonblast. Huge damage, special attack drop. Okay, it was Citrus. Okay, so that actually works out for me because now I have access to Fake Out plus Make It Rain, which is kind of massive. We go for Heat Wave, so it's not Overheat. Interesting. Okay. There's my Ribombee. Did they have a Pokemon that outspeeds my Gold? They should be slower Gold if I'm not mistaken. I remember this team running bulky Gold. I should be able to go Incineroar and threaten to Fake Out into the Volcarona now. The question is, do I go for Terra Steel, Make It Rain? I think I do, because I think that would knock out Volk, but also KO the Ursuluna. So I am just going to go for Fake Out, and I am going to go for Terra Steel, Make It Rain, because I don't really have much of a counterplay here, unfortunately. If they switch out Volcarona and Archaludon, really good play on their part, but I don't really have a way to punish that, unfortunately. They say Inwindo, that's really good for me. Okay. So we will go for the Terra Steel with the Gholdengo. This should allow me to KO both if they... I mean, this could be Protect on the Ursa. I could have Shadow Balled the Volk. But I think that this is still decent. Because they don't have Terrestrialization anymore. But the question is, can I beat the Archaludon if it's in the back? If it's Archaludon, it's annoying. If it's Dragonite, it's still annoying. But I'm curious on who they bring out next. Because right now, Life Orb attacks are still threatening for my Gholdengo. And again, I think I outspeed most of their things that they can do. I also am curious on how fast their Bloodmoon Ursuluna is, and is it faster than my Incin? Because that's a really actually important question. Actually, no, it should be max speed Incin, so I think, or max speed Ursuluna. Dragonite comes in. I am faster than like Ursuluna, so I think my play here is just to always Flare Blitz the Ursuluna and go for a Make It Rain regardless. Yeah, it is. Because I am faster than modest max speed Bloodmoon. I'm just slower than Timid. Right now, Dragonite shouldn't have a way to... I mean, Scale Shot could KO the Gold, I guess, after Life Orb recoil, but as long as I just threaten huge amounts of damage here into the Bloodmoon, they could retreat into Archaludon, though, so maybe I should went for Knockoff into D-Knight instead. The D-Knight could Protect here, so it's always like kind of a weird spot. Okay, they just go for Scale Shot on the Gold. I should survive all the hits, which is good. Okay. E. Next one. Okay, so they get a 5-hitter. I should survive life. I do survive Life Orb recoil by 2 HP, which is actually pretty big. And I do break the multi-skill on the Dragonite and Make It Rain Flare Blitz should KO Ursa, I'd imagine. Okay, huge damage. Yeah, I do outspeed. I get the KO onto the Bloodmoon. So this is a decent spot, but it depends on our last. Is it Gold? If it's Gold, I might actually have this. Because the Gold is Choice Specs and locked into Power Gem probably here. Because if they don't, if they lock in, then again, the D-Knight's kind of a weird spot to play around. But I guess I have Hyper Voice as well. It is Gold, actually. Okay. Huh. Unless they change the Gold set, it should be specs on this team. I could Protect here, which is like generally safe. Because I think they would Power Gem to Incin. And it's not like if they KO the Gold here, it's like that bad of a spot for me. I think I just go for Make It Rain. I think you always Scale Shot my Incin. The question is, what do you do with the Gold? I guess like if you think Power Gem, no, they should still double the Gold, the Incin slot anyway. So Protect here to make my Gold faint here. They went for Scale Shot on the Incin. Perfect. So my Incin's going to hang around this turn. Are they fast Gold? I do get to make it rain off. Perfect. Good damage to Dragonite. So it's in Hyper Voice range, so I don't have to worry about like Blood Moon Mind games. Gholdengo goes down. Are you Power Gem? Because that's an important question. Are you Power Gem? You shouldn't nasty plot here because I could just Flare Blitz. Okay, they just went for Make It Rain. That's fine. So I go out into Ursuluna and I click Earth Power. I should live Scale Shots, Make It Rain with both, right? I feel like I do. I feel like I always just knock off Earth Power to Gold slot. Or should I knock... Actually, no. I knock off the D-Knight and I Earth Power the Gold. Yeah, I think that's better. Because they got to go for Scale Shot, Make It Rain. I don't even know if that would KO my Mons. Let's see. 3. It depends on the Scale Shot hit, I think. They get the 5-hitter. Unlucky. I think I'm in Make It Rain range now. And then it's just going to come down to can Ursa survive the next attack. Make It Rain. Yeah, I had to Earth Power to Gold, I'm pretty sure. I think it's just going to come down to a 4-hitter or 5-hitter. Yeah, because I KO Gold. Actually, maybe the play was a Shadow Ball to Gold. I think the play was a Shadow Ball to Gold earlier with my Gholdengo to put in range of Vacuum Wave. That might have been the play, actually. Yeah, I think looking back, it might have been the play because I could have Vacuum Wave knockoff and it would have been super safe for this end game. That's a bit of a rookie mistake here from me, but I should Blood Moon the D-Knight. They go for Scale Shot, okay? Oh my goodness. He was getting like every 5-hitter. He had to get a 4 at some point, man. He got like every single 5-hitter. Okay. So one time he doesn't, I get the survival. But that was a mistake that I made. I think I should have Shadow Ball to Gold. Because if I Shadow Ball to Gold... Well, then again, since it's a bulky Gold, maybe it's out of Vacuum Wave range. Because Vacuum Wave's still not a strong move. So maybe it was still the better play to attack the Dragonite. I'm not 100% certain on that one. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain on that one. But was able to secure the win. I still think my best play though turn 1 was to just go for Terra Steel, Make It Rain, because if I Tailwind Terra Steel, Make It Rain, I'm in a huge advantage in the game. So that is a mistake that I could have been avoided. No Archaladon was interesting, and no Grim, but no Grim makes sense because the fake tears and of course like the Terra Steel, Make It Rain option did kind of blow up that slot. But okay, not bad, not bad. Pretty good win so far. Like, they were close. They were close. Rabombi was able to do some damage, I guess. And yeah, we still have not brought the Komo yet, but we'll see. All right. Gonna be Jumpluff, Ursuluna, Dragonite, Torkoal, Rillaboom, Mimikyu. Oh, wait, this is a Battle Stadium team from the first one. I don't remember all the details, but yeah, I remember this being a Battle Stadium team. Why do I not know the details? I think it's a Solvest Ursuluna, if I'm not mistaken, on this team. Or was it Life Orb? I mean, I could look it up, but I don't really want to because I don't think it... Like, I usually play games without that knowledge. What do I want to do here, though? Komo's really good against their team, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, Komo is pretty good. Komo Incin's really solid here. I do like Komo Incin a lot. They don't have the best counterplay to Komo Incin. I don't need Rabombi in this matchup. I think D-Knight Blood Moon is looking pretty good, although Gholdengo also can be pretty solid. I like the D-Knight more, though, with Ursuluna. I'm just going to have to make sure that I keep Incin around or that their D-Knight is checked because the D-Knight's pretty annoying. Was this Choice Band D-Knight on this team? I don't think it was. I think it was standard Scale Shot, but I could be wrong. The Mimikyu said, I can't remember. I think it was Wisp Mental Herb, but... We'll see. It's been like I remember using this team like beginning of Regulation H Part 2, but I don't remember too much. Okay, so Ursuluna plus the Jumpluff is not a fun one to deal with. Okay. I do have access to Fake Out. I think I always just Clang Scales. Although I don't remember if this is Ghost Terra on the Ursa. It might be Ghost Terra. It might be Ghost Terra because I don't remember. I think my play is still to just Clang Scales and Fake Out though. I could also protect Knock, but there is the world they go for Flare Blitz here. Maybe I should just Knock Protect because they would probably target my Komo-o, right? If they have Terra Ghost, they would go for it. I'm gonna Knock off. We see a Terra, so this could be normal Terra. This could be Ghost Terra. I think it's Ghost Terra. Oh my goodness, Cinema. But this only works if they don't Earth Power or Sleep Powder. They could Sleep Powder too. They could Sleep Powder my Instant, but I'm hoping they Tailwind Bloodmoon to try and OHKO to Komo immediately. Okay, they did Tailwind. Nice. That's a great turn because I get rid of the Ursuluna item. No, they clicked Earth Power. Oh, it's Life Orb too. Oh, they crit. Well, it depends on the Ursa because I don't remember if this is a Life Orb or not. Okay, it's Life Orb. I don't think the crit matters. Yikes, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough here, unfortunately. What gives me the better odds? Going D-Knight first or going Ursuluna first? I think it's going D-Knight first. Oh, this is not good. It's a winnable game, but if I Clanger's Soul, I'm in a great spot. Oh wait, wasn't this Jump Up not Cover Cloak? I think I remember this Jump Up not being Cover Cloak for some reason. But maybe it was, and I'm just yapping. I'm gonna Scale Shots the Jump Up because I need to get rid of the Sleep Power threat. They do Sleep Power, they land, unfortunately. This is probably Bloodmoon into the Komo, and that's probably gonna be a wrap. Jump Up. Even when I have Overcoat and I have a Gholdengo, I can't really bring Gholdengo in this matchup though because I think the Torkoal's too annoying, and also like they can just instant Tailwind. I guess like if I led Rabombi, because Rabombi would have been a better Mon here, but I don't know if Rabombi was a better, like it's good into this scenario, but it's not good into like the Sun scenario. What's going on with the game? Where's my move selection? EC? You know what? If you're clicking Sleep Powder, I do not feel bad whatsoever. Thank you for the points, I suppose. It's funny because I've actually seen a lot of DCs happen in this. I think I've had like 5 opponents DC against me, and it's been my opponents. It's not been me, because then it would take me to the online competition screen. So it's been a weird one, but we're gonna see Tanner here. Okay. Dozo. I think I know this team. I think I got top 8 at a regional in Europe recently. It's like beat up Mouse. It's like just 2-2-2. Sneasel male entity. You have the Mouse Hold, Annihilate, and then Dondozo Giri. Unfortunately, I don't have the best answers to Dozo, so I gotta really get some commitments right, but we'll see. I think I just leave Ribombee Gholdengo. This is tough. I bring Incin. I feel like the answer is never to bring Incin against this kind of build. I think it's like D-Knight Ursa. But maybe I should leave Ribombee in the back. Actually, Ribombee in the back seems better. I like Gold D-Knight more. And I think I have Bloodmoon Ursuluna plus Ribombee in back. Yeah. Komo's not good into size spam. And Incin's like okay in this matchup. But like there is the Annihilate and the Dozo. I don't know which of the other two they'll probably bring. I think Dozo Giri will probably be brought. Unless they suspect I changed the team and have Haze on the D-Knight. But Mousehold Annihilate, Ribombee would have been better. Okay. So this could be like Pop Bomb stuff. I kind of have to commit here. If they're Pop Bomb, it's fine. I I think my best play is just to protect and scale shot. Even if they beat up, it's fine. Yeah, even if they beat up, it's fine. I go for scale shots and protect. No Terra, did they just beat up Rage Fist? They could taunt my Dragonite as well, which is fair. They did go for the beat up. That makes sense. All right. Now they threatened the Rage Fist into my Gholdengo. Yep, they went for Rage Fist. Perfect. Please land a scale shot. Nice. Good damage into the mouse. Get a crit, doesn't matter. Ooh, good damage. Good damage. All right. Not a bad turn here. Not a bad turn. I think here I'd probably just want to go for Shadow Ball Scale Shot into Ape because it will do some good damage. And if they follow me, I get a Shadow Ball off. Yeah, I think this is still the best play. I'm going to Scale Shot Shadow Ball to Ape. They could protect Ape. It's a really aggressive play if they don't double protect. I could see just follow me here. I could see Terrassization with the Ape and protect the mouse. I think that makes sense too. We are going to see Terrassization. So I think this is protect mouse and attack with Ape. Is this Fairy Terra? I don't think it should be. Yeah, it's Fire Terra. Okay, that makes sense. But now they're weak to my Ursuluna, so that's fine by me. They do protect mouse. Beautiful. So I get a Scale Shot Shadow Ball off, and I'm in a really good spot here. Nice. Even with Friend Guard, this will do a ton of damage. And it's not like they can Drain Punch for the recovery. They heal with the Citrus Berry. That's not too surprising. Because I don't need gold to win this matchup. But yeah. Nice. And here is the Shadow Ball. Oh, it's Scarf. Oh, no, wait. No, I didn't Tailwind. I'm dumb. I didn't Tailwind. Okay. That's fine though. I can go out on Ursa very safely, and I can Scale Shot the mouse, and I can Earth Power. Yeah, that's still fine though. That was a mistake. I thought for some reason I had Tailwind up, but it's only my Dragonite speed that was affected. But yeah, Earth Power is super safe into the D-Knight, or Earth Power is super safe here. And I could Extreme Speed, but the play is always a Scale Shot here. Because 8 will Okko me anyway through multi-scale, so it's not like that big of a change. And if it's Dozogiri back, I still think I'm in a pretty phenomenal position, but yeah. Yeah, let's Scale Shot. They're probably going to Rage Fist my Dragonite, but that's fine. Please hit this Scale Shot. Nice. I guess I could have also switched on to Bloodmoon because it was like very likely that they Rage Fist Gholdengo, so I should have switched on to Bloodmoon for the Gholdengo the previous turn. All right, let's see what they do here. A Drain Punch for recovery, but since doesn't have the boost, it's not that much damage, and I get a huge Earth Power off, and that Earth Power is actually pretty massive. Yeah, like it didn't heal enough. So Ape goes down. They don't have Terrassization available. It's looking pretty good. I can easily Terra my my Bloodmoon. So this is looking like a pretty decent spot. Oh, they brought the Side Spam mode. Okay, they were really scared of potential haze. Okay, this works out beautifully then for me. I think. I should, because Scale Shot should one-shot the Entity. Yeah, Scale Shot should one-shot the Entity, and I'm faster than the Sneasler because I've gone for 3 Scale Shots. Another reason why I kept going for Scale Shot in case it was Entity back. But yeah, I outspeed the Entity, or the Sneasler now. I can go for a Terra, Ground, Earth Power. It's 180. Yeah, Earth Power is stronger. So Terra, Water, Earth Power, and Scale Shot to the male Entity. They could protect Entity, which is fine. They still can't knock out the D-Knight because they haven't broken my multi-scale. And I'm pretty sure 4 shots always KOs male Entity unless it has a very specific spread, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait, I'm slow. I keep forgetting I'm slow D-Knight. Oh, that's such a bad para, man. I got scammed. I lose here unless I... Well, no, wait, hold on. If I KO the Sneasler, I win, but I think this barely lives. Come on, man. I think I win without the Dire Claw para. Yeah, I easily win without the Dire Claw para because the Scale Shot... Well, I assume I hit Scale Shot, but... Come on. Come on, it's Reg H. Is there a misplay I could hope that they have? I guess I could hope it's Specs Entity and they target the Rabombi slot. Okay, if it's Specs male entity instead of Sash, I have a position, I suppose. This Tailwind Bloodmoon should knock out this male entity, and then I have a 2v1 versus Sneasler, but it should be Sash, I'd assume. Yep. And unlucky. Dire Claw. That's unfortunate. I do think that I made the best play, or not. I wouldn't say I made the best plays. I think again I could have switched out gold into Ursuluna earlier, and if I had gold around, I guess this position could have been like way more valuable. So I guess I got punished for that. But granted, I was still in a really dominant position. If it wasn't for that. If it wasn't for that. That is Regulation H in a nutshell, basically. So that's how it goes sometimes. Let us see if we can hopefully... Wait. It didn't update that game, but it didn't update the one. I played 4, including that 1 DC. Did they just not count that? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, man. Pelipper, Basculegion, Sinistra, Incineroar, or Chalon for Rigorath. This is... Okay, an interesting version of Rain. Rain is always like... What I find is that they always have Banded Basque and they never Terra it. Like they never Terra it. So I usually like go with like D-Knight plus Gholdengo generally for the most part. And then my back is usually like Bloodmoon Ursuluna plus the Komo-o, because it's just generally good into the team, but we'll see. Because Rabombi is like fine, but it's not like it's doing incredible damage, especially if they go for the Trick Room and get the Trick Room. And Instance like okay against Rain, but it's not like the best. So Pelipper Basculegion is not like too surprising, as I do lead Dragonite Gholdengo. Every play I've done against Rain is they've always flip turned my Gholdengo and not gone for the KO. So I'm just gonna try to go for make it Rain plus Scale Shot immediately and see how it works. They actually go for the Wave Crash. Just like the one player who's actually gone for the Wave Crash against me. So I do lose Gholdengo, but I don't think this is that bad of a position. Yeah, I don't think this is terrible of a position. Because I did land a Scale Shot, which is pretty massive, into the Pelipper slot. Endgame wise could still be scary, but granted, I don't think it's that bad. Especially if I get the KO on Pelipper with 5 hits. I did actually get the KO on Pelipper, so no Tailwind for them is actually really massive for me. Okay. Wave Crash shouldn't knock out the D-Knight. I think I go Komo-o here. Because if I go Ursuluna and they go Archalon, then I have to play a Wave Crash Electroshock pin, which I think is bad. So I think I go Komo-o always. They do go Archalon. And I think I just go for Scale Shot into the Basculegion as well as a Clang Scales. I could Terra Fire out of the Dragon weakness, but if they Draco Meteor, I think that's fine. Dragon Pulse is a bit annoying, but sure. Yeah, I'm just going to attack. You go for the Wave Crash to break the Multiscale on Dragonite. That makes sense. If I could get a single target Clang Scales off into the Arch, that would be beautiful. And Scale Shot should KO the Bass. So... get a single target, Scale Shot into Arch. I guess the question is, are you max speed Arch? There's some Arches that do run max speed, and that could be a little bit suspicious here. But we'll see. Because they have 2 Mons that indicate Trick Room, but I've seen max speed Arch on this build. It is max speed Arch, but they went for Draco Meteor. So Komo goes down, but it's -2 Arch. which makes it so much easier to deal with because the last Pokemon probably can't beat my Ursuluna. So I go out into Ursuluna now. As who's the last? Is this Sinistra? I think if it's Sinistra, we might speed tie. Yeah. We might speed tie the Sinistra, which is really weird. But we are going to Scale Shot and we're going to Blood Moon the Sinistra because we want to try to get rid of the Sinistra. They could Rage Powder, they could Matcha Gotcha. All of those plays are viable. I think I always just target down the Sinistra regardless. I guess the question is, what Terra is the Arch? I mean, -2 Arch shouldn't be able to beat me, but we'll see. We do get the Scale Shot off in the Sinistra. 4-hitter would be nice because I think we avoid Citrus, but if it is a Citrus... Oh, no, wait. We need 5-hitter. Oh, wait. It's not Citrus. Okay. Interesting. Because normally they're all Citrus. I wonder if it's Mental Herb. A Body Press to Dragonite, not for the KO, which is great. And I KO the Sinistra, so that's actually really good. Yeah, that's really good. Because now my play is to always just Tailwind with the D-Knight and go for a Earth Power into the Arch. Actually, no, my play is to always Protect. Yeah, my play is always to Protect. Because unless this is Snarl Arch out on, even then it should be fine. They should Terra Grass now. They not have a defensive Terra? Maybe they're Terra Electric? Because I don't get why you wouldn't Terra... Maybe they're Terra Electric. Because you would Terra Grass there. Because, like, I'm thinking of the build that ended up getting second place at Brisbane Regionals by Yuya Tada, which was a similar build, but it had Ursuluna Bloodmoon over Incin. And that's what I thought the team was based off of, since it was Max Speed, Arch, at the Ferrograph Sinistra. Surprising, but my offensive plays worked out. It's funny because Komo showed up in that game and did nothing. Komo's been like the biggest bench warmer. All right, we got Yona here. Kilowattrel, Crocodile, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Komo-o, and Tyranitar. So Sand is definitely interesting. I actually don't remember who's faster, Rabombi or Kilowattrel. I think Kilowattrel is 193 or 194, so it's either Speed Tie or I lose it. So Ursuluna, Bloodmoon, is really threatening to their team. They only have the Komo-o. My own Komo-o is really good, but here's the thing. If it's soundproof on their Komo-o, it's a really big nightmare to deal with. I bring Incin in this matchup. I feel like it's okay, but I don't think it's necessary, honestly. I think I always bring Bloodmoon, Gholdengo, Komo-o, Ribombee. And I honestly like that a lot. I think I'm just going to lead Rabombi plus the Ursuluna Bloodmoon immediately and just have Golden and Komo in the back because they're both good into Amoonguss as well. Incin's decent, but not necessary. I'm not too worried about the Amoonguss. And Dragonite, it's like, okay, Scale Shot's great into Kilowattrel, but that's really it. Like, that's it. Also, like, I guess I have a play of Vacuum Wave plus Moonblast. Could KO Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel's bulk is not great. I don't know Moonblast would be enough. I think I would barely miss a knockout realistically. I still can go for like Moonblast Hyper Voice if I want to. I don't know what if I want the speed advantage or not. I want to lead Ribombee because it has access to the Moonblast for the Komo-o, which could force Terastallization, which would be massive because Moonblast Earth Power would pin most Komo-o sets. They're usually like Fire Terra or Steel Terra. So we're going to see Excadrill plus the Ribombee or Excadrill plus Kilowattrel immediately versus my Ursuluna and my Ribombee. And I think this is a pretty good position for me. I think I can just easily go for a Tailwind Earth Power here. And Excadrill is actually one of the bigger threats in general to me. So I'm completely okay with going for Earth Power into Excadrill and a Tailwind. We're going to see the retreat from Kilowattrel. So this might be just Tyranitar for the Sand Rush. Yeah, that's Tyranitar. So this is perfect. They expected maybe like Bloodmoon into that slot, but I did get the Earth Power into Excadrill because the speed here is that Excadrill is annoying. They go for Iron Head. I can't flinch because of Shield Dust. Beautiful ability. Unless it was Mold Breaker. But it's Sand Rush confirmed. I am going to lose Ribombee here, but I do get the Excadrill most likely with Earth Power. Unless it's Sash Excadrill, but even then, almost actually in a pretty good spot. It is Sash. Okay, so the Kilowattrel was probably Specs then, if that's the case. Ribombee goes down. Now we go out into Komo-o. And we just click Bloodmoon and a Tyranitar and Clang Scales, I think. Yeah. Because they're most likely going to Terra Flying here. Excadrill can't really do too much damage to me, so I'm not really too worried about it. I would like to get rid of Tyranitar if possible. I don't think this double is going to KO Tyranitar because Clang Scales is really weak. They might be scared of Vacuum Wave. There's like a lot of plays that I can go for. If they don't protect here, I get like a KO and Excadrill, so that works out for taking like a bit of damage. Tyranitar does Terra. This should be Terra Flying. Yep, Terra Flying for Terra Flying Terra Blast. They might go for Earthquake here, which is fine. So I don't mind this. Oh, and if they protect, I get a huge advantage because I get huge damage to the Tyranitar. Even if I lose my Komo in the position, like this is still a pretty good trade here. Because next turn I can go for like Shadow Ball into a Vacuum Wave. At least I'm pretty sure because this Blood Moon should do a ton of damage to the Tyranitar, but let's see. I don't think Komo's that important in this matchup. Comes Blood Moon. Yeah, good damage. Terra Blast into Komo, which is fine. I don't mind the trade here. Yeah. So I also have Make It Rain as a play, like Make It Rain plus a... I could go for Make It Rain plus a Vacuum Wave. It covers like all swaps. I don't think I want to lose my special attack boost just yet. I think I just go for Power Gem here into Tyranitar, covers the instant switch. And I'm going to Vacuum Wave the Excadrill. They could go into Kilowattrel for the Excadrill, but the Excadrill is still going to always be threatened by Vacuum Wave, so that's a fine trade. And then I still can threaten Make It Rain the next turn. They do retreat the Excadrill, so this might be Kilowattrel, maybe Amoonguss. It's going to be Amoonguss. Okay, so we find out the last here, which is fine. I think next turn Make It Rain Blood Moon is super safe. Yeah, I get a Vacuum Wave off. And I get a Power Gem. So goodbye Tyranitar. Tyranitar is gone. If I went for Make It Rain, I would have been in a better position, I suppose. But since it's Amoonguss, I'm not really too concerned about Amoonguss. Although I do have to get a mind game right the next turn of whether... Like, Excadrill is probably coming in, and then we play a mind game of whether they protect or not. Because they could Rage Powder, High Horsepower, or they could go for Protect plus Spore. I think both are pretty reasonable. I think I want to say that my best play here is just to go for Make It Rain. Like Terra Steel, Make It Rain to try and KO the Amoonguss. Plus Hyper Voice. I really wish I meant for Make It Rain earlier. This covers like a lot of my bases, so I think I will go for Make It Rain Hyper Voice. I think maybe I should have made a hard commitment. I think this is like one of the turns I had to make a hard commitment. Because does Excadrill protect and they go for Spore into my Blood Moon, which makes a lot of sense, so they can High Horsepower my Gholdengo the next turn, or do they just go for Rage Powder plus High Horsepower? Yep. Okay, so I should have went for a Blood Moon into the Amoonguss, but granted, I still don't even think this is that bad of a position, ideally, but we'll see. Can I KO Amoonguss with Terra Steel, Make It Rain? Are they Spadef? Okay. Citrus. Yeah, Citrus. Okay. I mean, even then, the spot's still like not terrible. I just barely missed a knockout. I think it's just going to come down to sleep turns on Ursuluna. Yeah, it's just going to come down to sleep turns on Ursuluna. Because if I wake up, I win the game. If I don't wake up, I lose the game. I should have... Well, I needed to Earth Power the Amoonguss for the knockout. Like, I had a suspicion it was either Protect or the Rage Powder. I just wasn't sure which one my opponent was going to go for. Because I think both are pretty valid. It was just literally a call there. Like, I had a suspicion to protect was a bit more likely, but yeah, because otherwise Amoonguss would have taken the spread Hyper Voice. I would have went for Earth Power into the Amoonguss, would have been better. Yeah. I was hoping in the off chance that Hyper Voice would just be barely enough since it took a bit of chip damage, but it hanged on barely because Amoonguss is just the GOAT. Okay, they go into Kilowattrel. They're gonna... I mean, I have no idea if they're specs or not. I'd assume they're specs, but we'll find out. My play is just always Hyper Voice here, plus... It's just always a Hyper Voice and Protect, because I get to keep spread damage around for my Ursuluna. Also, I can Vacuumate the Excadrill, and if I Vacuumate the Excadrill and get it, I win the game. We go for Earthquake. Didn't do too much to Bloodmoon because Bloodmoon is really bulky. Yeah. Air Slash. It is specs, I think. I do take my first turn of Guaranteed Sleep. I think it's going to come down to the sleep turns. Because I can Power Gem and I can Vacuum Wave. Oh my goodness, that is a win because I do get the Vacuum Wave on the Excadrill. They did have a play of going for Protect with the Excadrill and going for an Air Slash as well, but they didn't go for it, which is nice because they were going for the sleep as well. Air Slash also barely missed a knock on Ursuluna, so they would have been risking like a Wake Up or not. So huge. Get a Power Gem off. Oh, that actually just Oko's Kilowattrel. Oh, that's a crit. I was like, even at -1? I know your Life Orb, but in Kilowattrel's Kilowattrel, but I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. I didn't make the best play there, but I don't think my plays were unreasonable, but I could have, again, gotten to call on KOing the Amoonguss there, which would have been huge. So, not too shabby. Komo-o. Kind of disappointed me. I guess I could have protected because I did think about protecting going for Bloodmoon immediately, but I was worried about Ursuluna taking too much damage because, as you saw, they had a really tough time removing the Bloodmoon in the late game with like low kick plus Fang. But it works out, I suppose. All right, had to get a bit of a water break because you should stay hydrated when you are playing these really long tournaments. And even though we played 6 games, I don't know where I would finish if I decide to stop, but we got a pretty high rated player. So let's see. This is the... Okay, this is basically the Manuela team, but they have the Dragonite version, which... Okay, let's see. I had an idea of what I did against this because I played obviously games with this, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to do against this. It's like Komo was always theoretically good into this build, but it's like, it's always tricky depending on the situation. I think I just do Incin plus the Gholdengo if I'm not mistaken, and then my back always just appended because Komo plus Ursuluna is pretty decent. They also have a decently tough time against the Dragonite. So Dragonite is actually pretty decent here with Scale Shot. Depends on how I want to go. Like Incin's also very viable against this team, like Incin plus D-Knight, Ursuluna. The thing I've had problems with Ursuluna is bulky, but it doesn't do enough. So I think I'm kind of leaning towards away from the Ursuluna. Because even though it's like decent in this matchup, it's not necessary. It's either I think it's Incin. And then I think Komo-o for the Bloodmoon just in case. Let's try it out. I think D-Knight also can work out pretty well. I am a bit weaker to the Sneasler part of the team if they go the Sneasler route, but we'll see. Because that does require them to commit a bit more, but we'll find out. Lead-wise, Ursuluna plus Incin. Okay. That's not like too surprising to me. So I have a few different options. I think the biggest threat is the Bloodmoon. I could go for like Fake Tears Power Gem. I could go for Fake Tears Make It Rain. I could Fake Tears Shadow Ball to Ursuluna if I want to raid a Terra. I think my best play is just to double protect here and scout if they do decide to commit to Terra immediately, because it makes it easier to scout. And yeah, they Terra immediately, so this works out. I kind of wish... The thing is, I don't know. They don't... Oh, wait, they Terra'd the Incin. Wait a minute. That's not good for you. That's not good for you. Okay. Because now I can Shadow Ball the Incin and Fake Tears to Bloodmoon. Or I could go for Fake Tears, Make It Rain. Oh, they protected the Bloodmoon too, so I get a free Fake Tears, Make It Rain. Oh, that's fantastic, actually. That's fantastic. That was better than I thought it would have worked. Okay. I'm going to go for Fake Tears, and I'm going to go for Make It Rain. I think I saved my Terra on Komo in case I need to fire Terra. Yeah, I think I saved the Terra. I'm going to go for Fake Tears, Make It Rain. I say them at both because they don't really have a switch that they can do. I get a Fake Tears off into Incin. Make It Rain. Should do a lot of damage. Oh, lot of damage. Lot of damage. Goodbye, Incin. And that's their Terra, which is fantastic. Maybe I should have targeted Bloodmoon because Bloodmoon's the bigger threat, but I think I still have an okay line against Bloodmoon, as Aura Spear is always super threatening in the Bloodmoon. I don't think Moonblast KOs the Bloodmoon. Terra Fairy Moonblast would, but I don't think I commit to Terra Fairy. They might go Rilla here for the grassy terrain recovery, but yeah. We're going to go out into Komo-o. They do go Rilla. I think I actually have a play for this. Yeah, I think I like the play that I have for this. I'm going to go for Terra Fairy Moonblast to try and KO the Ursuluna cheekily. And because they're going to go for Fake Out a Komo and probably just do something with the Ursuluna. I'm going to go Incin to intimidate the Rillaboom and Terra Fairy Moonblast to Ursa. I don't think it's likely they go for the Woodhammer here because it doesn't get them anything. They know that Komo's a big threat, so curious on what they do here. But yeah, I think Incin's super safe. I get the Intimidate off. And if I get the surprise KO onto Ursuluna because they don't expect it, I'm in a great spot. So Rabombi, get your knockout. I'm sacrificing a potential losing the Ninetales because of this play. But I think I'm fine against Ninetales if I get the KO on Ursuluna. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Okay, you just need to KO. Rabombi, Terra Fairy, Moonblast into the Ursuluna. Takes a knockout, huge knockout. And with that, I think I'm in a really commanding position. Sneasler is the last. Okay. So this game's not over yet, but that is a bit terrifying. I don't think you Sword Stance here. You could, though. Well, I have Fake Out Pressure. If I Fake Out Moonblast again, you're screwed. I think my play is just to switch out Incin into Komo and Protect. But maybe it was Moonblast. I'm worried about a double up here. I don't know where they double up here, but we'll see. I'm going to go Komo. Because unless they Sword Stance, I think I'm in a really good spot, but we'll figure it out. Oh, they have Fake Out. They changed the team. Okay. And Woodhammer. Okay, that's actually really best case. Interesting. I think I always save Ribombee because it's faster than like Rillaboom. Oh wait, it's not even the Burden. I didn't even realize that. Okay. So that means I can just go for Incineroar swap, I think, and the Claying Scales, and I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's just bring the Sneasler down to a potential Focus Sash. I can't believe I didn't realize about the Grassy Seed not activating, but it works out. Incin comes in. I think they're probably doubling the Ribombee slot with Grassy Glide Dire Claw, or they target Komo for crit, but yeah. They Dire Claw the Komo, makes sense. Nice, no status. I get Claying Scales off, and I break the Sneasler Sash, which is beautiful. Beautiful. And Throat Spray active. They go for Wood Hammer into what was Rabombi. Incineroar tanks. Now I have access to Fake Out Clang Scales. Yeah, I have access to Fake Out Clang Scales. They're -2 attack. I guess there could be crits involved, but granted, it should be generally safe. Because I still don't know how to break into Komo without acrobatics. They're going to forfeit because they realize that too. Okay, beautiful. Komo actually able to do stuff. Kind of silly me not to realize about the Grassy Seed, but sometimes you like play a team so many times you kind of forget if they don't have that option. So this is something I should have kept note. But yeah, pretty decent of a spot where I think that because sometimes, you know, like the thing is these offensive leads like Rabombi plus Gholdengo, the fake tiers immediately always puts on so much pressure. They're like, okay, go for it immediately, and that they commit their Terra immediately. And sometimes the double protect and waiting it out is just so nice. Because sometimes you just go on the offense, sometimes you can just go for a double protect. It's just another layer to that mind game, and that's kind of what makes these like offensive leads really scary to deal with, because sometimes it's just like a call commitment, and sometimes the offensive player is the one in the driver's seat because they also have that option to slow down the pace and like see what their opponent's counterplay is. All right, I want to see. I am pretty high on this. I'm pretty high on this. Like, video is short, so I think I will continue, but that's not a bad placement right now. That's not a bad placement. Granted, we could definitely crash. This is the thing about the GC, we can definitely crash. So technically 9 games left. We'll figure it out as we go. I think if I get like 1740, I'll stop, because yeah, like don't think I want to ruin it anymore, and having a good GC result is of course nice if I decide to go for a Worlds invite this year, so that would be pleasant, and I hope understand. But then again, I think like if we were to get to that route, we would probably hit like the time mark of what I would normally play for games anyway, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But let's see what my opponent is going to bring out next. Gonna be Doles here with Pledge. Oh, this is like a really early team, and I mean a really early team. Okay. This is not an easy one, but I think it's Rabombi plus D-Knight. What's my speed time Meowscarada? Oh man. I don't remember Meowscarada's speed stat. Oh, I think I speed tie. I speed tie with Meowscarada with Rabombi, don't I? I'm pretty sure I do. Oh, that makes the plan way more inconsistent. I think I still leave Rabombi D-Knight though, because unless they leave Primarina, I think I'm in an okay spot. And then backwise, I like Ursuluna and then Gholdengo. I think Terra-wise, I'm going to save the Terra for Ursuluna. I can't lead with Ursa, unfortunately, because if they lead Meowscarada plus Primarina, it's like a really bad position. So we'll see how this goes. Like, what are you leading here? Also, who are they going to go for Pledge into? Because that makes it interesting. Okay, Meowscarada Primarina leads. If I can call who they're targeting with the Pledges, this would be an ideal situation, but Meowscarada doesn't have the best defense in the world. I have no idea if they live Scale Shot. I think they do. They live a 4-hitter. I don't know about a 5-hitter. I could try to call which slot they target between the D-Knight and the Rabombi, which would be pretty big, because they should be going for Pledges here. I think I'm going to try to call it. I'm going to try to call it. I'm going to go for Moonblast, and I'm going to protect the D-Knight. Because there is a world that they target. Ooh, they protect. They protect. This is probably Hyper Voice then. Ooh, wait, that's not good. That's not good. I could have just tail-ended. Could have just tail-ended. I thought about that a bit too hard. Hyper Voice, yeah, that makes sense. There should be a Life Orb Prim. can't tell the damage. I think I go for the speed type regardless. I think I'm gonna Tailwind Scale Shot the Meowscarada. I think it gives me the best odds here. Because if I deny the pledge, I'm in a great spot. And I guess avoid some random Sucker Punch. I also need to get a 5-hitter, I think, on the Meowscarada, but like that's kind of thing about it. Sometimes you just have to. If we don't get the 5-hitter, we'll have to play around the pledge. We can stall it out though, but yeah, it makes our life a lot harder. So we'll see. I don't think this is Fairy Terra, Meowscarada. I really doubt it. There's no way it's Fairy Terra, Meowscarada. Fire Terra. Oh, they were worried about the Moonblast. Okay, that works. Wait, are they not Sash? Oh, they're worried about E-Speed plus a thing. I do get the Tailwind up, which is huge, so I do get a Scale Shot off. I do land a Scale Shot, which is massive too. I don't know. Okay, 5-hitter looks like a KOs. 3, 4. Ah, that's how it goes sometimes, but that's fine. They probably pledged the D-Knight? Yeah, they went for the pledge. It's a grass type attack. If they target the Rabombi, it's better for me, but let's see. They did target the D-Knight though. Okay. Doesn't do that much. All right, now I only have a quarter my speed for several turns, which is acceptable. I do have E-Speed, which is nice on my D-Knight. I think I just double protect here and scout. The downside here is they can go for a entity swap the following turn, which is a bit annoying, but granted, this is not terrible of a position. But yeah, we do go for the double protect. They go for knockoff, which was into my D-Knight, and Hyper Voice or Dazzling Gleam. Well, I don't think they have Dazzling Gleam. Probably a Moonblast. Yeah, it's Hyper Voice. Okay, that's fine. So I have Tailwind, but I'm like at quarter speed, so I'm like at half speed basically with my Ribombee right now. So I don't think I outspeed Prim because these Prims usually go very fast. I will still attempt to go for Fake Tears in a Prim anyway and extreme speed the Meowscarada. I could go for Terra, but I don't think it's necessary because I want to save Terra for probably the Ursuluna. So yeah, I'm just going to extreme speed. Nice. Extreme speed goes down to Meowscarada. I get rid of Meowscarada. They also lost their Terra, so they don't have a defensive Terra. I also went for Fake Tears because then it allows my Ursuluna and my Gholdengo to pressure the Primarina easier. As yeah, Hyper Voice comes out. Does KO Rabombi, but that's a pretty okay position, I think. Okay. I think we always go Bloodmoon here. Entity, interesting. The D-Knight is slower than the Prim, right? It is the last turn of Swamp. It's the last turn of Tailwind too, but that's fine. I've stalled out the Swamp turns at this rate. I think I just go for a huge Bloodmoon into the Primarina slot, and I just protect my D-Knight here. I also thought about Terra Steel, but I don't think Terra Steel is worth it. I think I need the damage into the Primarina here. Then next turn is going to be interesting. But yeah, I think that this is the play. If the Entity goes for Expanding Forest, I should tank it fine. This should be Specs Entity Mail, if I'm not mistaken. So I should be able to Scale Shot the next turn, which would be massive. I guess the question is the last Pokemon will actually be pretty scary. Because if it's like Typhlosion, that's actually kind of annoying. Because if I take too much damage here, I might just lose to the Typhlosion back. If I expect like Moonblast to come out of Dragonite the next turn. It's not Life Orb Prim, so I'm kind of curious on what the item is. Check Dragonite. Expanding Force. It doesn't look like Specs damage. A good Moonblast on their part. A lot of damage. Okay. Tailwind peters out, but that's fine. Swamp disappears. I mean, I still always just go for a Earth Power into the Prim slot and Scale Shot here. But if they Moonblast my D-Knight, is there a way I can win around? Actually, No, the play might be just a Hyper Voice Tailwind. Or just Earth Power to Prim, because Prim probably goes down to Earth Power, actually. Yeah, Earth Power to Prim Tailwind's actually not bad. But it could be Scarf Male Entity. There's not an easy per se. I think I just Earth Power Scale Shot, because well, actually, no. If it's Scarf Entity, I should have went for Tailwind anyway, because I would still be slower than the Entity regardless. No, this was a mistake. I should have Scale Shot. I should have Tailwinded. Okay. And he goes down, but I'm pretty sure I lose to the Typhlosion back if it's Typhlosion. Unless it's not Typhlosion. I don't know what their last mon is, but that would be ideal if it's not Typhlosion. That was definitely a mistake. Unless I live Moonblast here. But it is a Primarina. Yeah. Oh, I should have went for Tailwind Earth Power. If I went for Tailwind Earth Power, I think I secure it. Grim goes down to Earth Power. I guess it depends on the last, but I don't think the odds are good for me. Gholdengo in. Oh, it's Ursuluna. Okay. I think I win off Ursuluna being back. Okay. I can go for Bloodmoon into the Ursuluna plus a Make It Rain. Okay. I felt like I messed up, but honestly, this was better. This was better because if Expanding Force killed my Dragonite too at the range, which I don't think it did, then Scale Shot was the play. So I kind of made the play, though I guess I would have had to commit on who was in the back. But yeah, it makes sense as Ursuluna and not Typhlosion because Typhlosion is better with the Murkrow mode. Make It Rain Bloodmoon. And that's a very frail Ursuluna because it just went down to single target Make It Rain Life Orb. No Terra. Okay. Somehow squeezed that one. Okay. Got a few calls wrong, unfortunately, but honestly, it wasn't too bad. If I just Tailwinded turn 1, I would have been in a phenomenal spot, but granted, like, definitely was still playable, and luckily it worked out. Oof. Those games can be super scary at times, but yeah, I mean, I think the 4 Pokemon I brought are correct. Maybe I didn't have to Terra Water, because maybe the Terra was a bit obvious on the Ursuluna. And that could have been something I could have like kept in mind. Like it was a really good Moonblast play by my opponent. I think I had to commit no matter what. Maybe I could have went for Tailwind Hyper Voice. I don't think it works there though. I'm not 100% certain on like if there was like a best play. It just was a committal play. We're gonna see Talonflame, Gholdengo, Gallade, Bloodmoon Ursuluna, Tyranitar, and Mousehold. So very interesting. You want to assume that this is going to be Tailwind. I think it's dual Wing Beats though. I'm kind of curious on what I want to lead here because I kind of like Incineroar quite a lot. I don't like Komo-o's decent, but it's not like necessary. I like Gold more than I think I like Gold more. I like Incin. I like Ursuluna. I think I like D-Knight the best, and then I think I like Gold. I don't really like Ribombee and Kommo-o in this matchup. Like Kommo-o is decent because like you think, oh, there's 3 fighting weaknesses, but the problem with Kommo-o is the rest of the interactions. I don't really like it against Talonflame. I don't really like it against Gholdengo, and Terra Flying is probably very likely here. So yeah, I think like Talonflame Gholdengo was like a pretty like reasonable lead here, and I think this works out for me because I think I get to put on a lot of pressure with Flare Blitz plus Blood Moon. The question is, do I take too much damage in the late game to try and win? I think I'm fine, but we'll see. I am going to go for Flare Blitz into the gold, and I am going to go for Blood Moon. I could also... I mean, keeping Talon around isn't that bad either, actually. But I'm about to take a lot of damage from Make It Rain. Oh, then I'd be in Hyper Voice now. I'd rather just Flare Blitz to gold and Blood Moon then, the Talon. They're going to go for Tailwind and Terra Steel Make It Rain, I assume. My Ursa will live Terra Steel Make It Rain, so that's fine. Yep. So we're just going to get a trade here for 2 Mons, but we're going to have a pretty low field, and they have Tailwind, but granted I can stall out the Tailwind turns. Oh, they Protect, actually. Good play on their part. Okay, so they have Protect Talon. Wasn't 100% sure they were Protect Talon, but this makes it rough then. I do take the attack pretty well. I'm about to take a lot of recoil though. Gholdengo goes down. I'm kind of curious on what the Talonflame moveset is because I need to know if it has overheat. Okay. It should be Ursuluna. At least we got their Terra out of the way. Tyranitar comes in. What? Interesting, because I didn't expect Tyranitar to come in. Are they going for a knockoff here? Rock Slide doesn't KO my Mons. Interesting. They're going to go for Tailwind. I just don't know what they're doing with Tyranitar here. And I also don't have the best answer to Tyranitar, so this is kind of a weird spot. I think I always go gold for the Incineroar slot. And I think I just Hyper Voice for damage. Yeah. I just Hyper Voice for the damage on Talon because I don't have an immediate way to get rid of Talon at the moment, and it'll put in range of like Make It Rain and some other attacks probably. They go for Tailwind. Is this low kick? Is this Rock Slide? Is this knockoff into Ursa? They did Rock Slide, so this actually works out huge for me. Okay, nice. I didn't get what's it called? Flinched. Huge. Okay, not bad, not bad. Talon is super weakened. It's also not Goggles, which is also another interesting note here. It is in range of extreme speed, so I do have extreme speed on the Dragonite that'll come into play here. I think I always just protect gold and I just vacuum wave the Tyranitar. And then next turn, I think I have a pretty nice line, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a Assault Vest Tyranitar. No big deal. They Flare Blitz my gold, so they have Flare Blitz as the attack. Makes sense. And this is an attack into Ursa. They Rock Slide again. Okay. Which I don't like. I would have preferred them to just go for anything else, but that's okay. I don't need the damage on T-Tar anymore. I think my best play is just to go out into Incin for another round of Intimidate. And then... because they're probably doing the same thing again at this rate. I don't get why you're not knockoffing the gold, but sure. Like, if they give me the Talon now, that works out best for me. Because I didn't need the extra vacuum wave damage. I just need to put in Make It Rain range. But now, I mean, the endgame could get a little bit sus against Bloodmoon Ursuluna. If it's Bloodmoon Ursuluna in the back, that's why I'm trying to set up for D-Knight plus golds coming in safely. You go for the Brave Bird finally. Did they knock off though? This might be knockoff, so that works out for me if it is. Oh, it's Life Orb Talon. Okay, so it takes a bunch of recoil. I should have went for Vacuum Wave then into Talon. So my Covert Cloak, not that big of a deal. So I can go into D-Knight here. And I can finally get my Tailwind up like I've wanted this entire game. In terms of sand, so the Talon's guaranteed to go down this turn. I'm going to fake out the Tyranitar. And just Tailwind. Actually, no. I should just Scale Shot the Talon and punish a switch. Yeah, no, that's better. So fake out the Tyranitar. They get a Brave Bird off one more time, and then they go down to recoil. They Tailwind again, but this is the last turn Tailwind. It doesn't stack. I get the Scale Shot off in the Talon to take the knockout. Beautiful. All right, we're looking like in a super dominant position because gold is guaranteed faster than Tyranitar, and then it depends on their last mon. I guess if it's Gallade, it might be spooky depending on their item. Instant goes down to sand. I lose my multi-scale, but I don't need my multi-scale anymore. Ellen Peters on their side. I go gold. Oh, it is Gallade. Ugh. Okay. Last turn of sand. The Gallade needs to be like really, really fast. I'm just gonna go for a Life Orb Shadow Ball. I'm gonna go for the Terra Steel here, and I think we go for Extreme Speed in the Gallade. The reason is I'm just making sure Extreme Speed Shadow Ball gets the KO in case it's like some Sash Gallade. I have no idea what their speed tier is on the Gallade, so we'll figure it out. I don't think they're Sacred Sword into gold. I think that's kind of insane, but we'll figure it out. I could have Tailwind it, but I have no idea if this is Sash again. Oh, Scale Shot looked like I could have KO'd. You know what? Good play. It's over. Oh, that's frustrating. I wasn't sure if it was max speed Jolly or maybe max speed Adamant. I guess my gold is not max Timid max speed. I was going off Timid max speed, but let's go late speed again. Is it 80 or is it 70? That's actually frustrating. I drew a 100% win con. Oh, it is 80. If I was 70, in 70 or 75. Oh, then I just had a safe Tailwind probably. But then again, I also was scared of I didn't make it rain there because also I was worried about some random wide guard call out. But I think I should just Tailwind make it rain, because if I don't think it's likely they go for wide. Actually, yeah, looking back at it, why didn't I just Tailwind make it rain? That was definitely a huge misplay. Oh, it's frustrating because if I Tailwind make it rain, even if let's say they get to make the wide guard call, right? If they have wide guard, then Tyranitar can't take a knockout. It can knock off my gold that's Terra Steel, can't knock out, and my D-Knight is still alive because it's not like I went for another Scale Shot and they're -2. Yeah, that's frustrating. I'm mad at myself for that. That was a guaranteed win I just drew. Can't let that affect it though. Still got a tournament to play. We got Aaron with a 1714 rating. Did I play this guy? I think I played this guy around day one actually, because this is Belly Drum Hands, I'm pretty sure, with Farigiraf. If you're wondering, yes, I'm pretty sure that's the case. All right, if that's the case, it was Terra Water for Rig or Terra Fire. It was one of the two. Trying to figure out what my best lead here is. I like Komo-o plus Gholdengo last time. I don't know if that's gonna work this time. I kind of doubt it. I think I do. This is tough. This is very, very tough. I think I just do Komo-o plus Incin with Bloodmoon Ursuluna. And I think D-Knight in the back or gold. I think gold. Might have been D-Knight. I don't know. This is a weird one because what I played was Belly Drum Ariyama with knockoff Drain Punch. I don't know if they had Fake Out or they had Protect. I know the Farigiraf was Psychic Fang, Stomping Tantrum, or not Stomping Tantrum, High Horsepower. It's a really weird team. I'm pretty confident it's this team. So let's see if that's the case. They lead Lilycole. We'll figure it out. Ariyama Farigiraf will again lead. Okay. As I lead Komo-o plus my Incin. Didn't I just give them a free Belly Drum now? I was thinking that they might have adjusted and brought the Lola game, but now this is kind of a weird lead. Yeah, this is a weird lead now. I guess I can get a Claying Scales and a knockoff into the Hariyama to get rid of the citrus, because I'm assuming it's Thick Fat. It's definitely not Guts. So Incin was just a terrible lead. I should have led Ursuluna or Gold to put on pressure. But yeah, we're going to knock off the Hariyama, get rid of that citrus. They're going to tear it for Rigraph, I assume, to avoid knockoff getting the KO. Yep. It was Water Terra. Okay, so I wasn't mistaken on Water Terra. Okay. What is up with the DCs in this? I'm like pretty confident Click Belly. Knockoff I think is barely missing, and unfortunately they get the healing. I should have Aura Speared. I didn't think the Claying Scales was doing that much damage because they took my Make It Rain really well last time. Oh wait, no, I did. Okay, wait, that's huge actually, because they belly drummed here. Yep. Okay. Okay. So I made the best play. I made the best play. I didn't actually think that was going to put it out of the belly drum range, but I guess because this Hariyama, it's so weird with its spread. It's like so weird. I thought it was max Def, but I don't know. Because it took my Make It Rain super well the last time. And it was a Life Orb Make It Rain. So, like, I think my Life Orb Make It Rain only did 50%. So I was like very confused. But you know what? That's just, you know, it's the grand challenge. That's a nice rating. That's a nice rating. That's a nice rating. Okay, Rabombi on Rain. So my lead here should be Rabombi plus Ursuluna Bloodmoon, I'm pretty sure. As much as Gold could be really good here, I don't think it's necessary. And what's my bag? Did I bring the D-Knife for extreme speed? Which is actually pretty good in a Rabombi. But it's like really bad in everything else on the team. Gold is solid. I'm just debating about, do I bring Komo or do I just bring D-Knight? I think I bring Komo. I think Komo is really good here. Because I'm immune to Weather Ball thanks to the... Oh, wait, I'm not because I'm overcode. Dang, why am I running the bad ability? I don't think I've been like... I think I only had one person try to sleep powder me the entire time. Ribombee Ursuluna. Okay, so we kind of had the same thought, it looks like. I think this is just a simple play of going for a Tailwind and a Bloodmoon into the Rabombi. They could go for Fake Tear since it's an interesting because our Rabombi's probably speed tied. We have no idea what the Ursulunas are. If they're Terra Normal Life Orb, that would sting, but otherwise I think I'm fine. Yeah, they go for Tailwind, which is fine, as they probably also go for something with the Ursuluna, as I do get my Tailwind up. Okay, whose Ursuluna is faster is going to be an interesting question. Okay, mine's faster. That's good info. Bring it down to Sash so I can Vacuum Wave threaten it, which is nice. A Hyper Voice. Okay. Hyper Voice I think is the worst option because now I have access to Fake Tears and Vacuum Wave. So I will go for Fake Tears, Vacuum Wave. They could protect the Rabombi and Bloodmoon, but the thing is Bloodmoon doesn't KO my Bloodmoon. So I'm in a really good spot and I don't have to play on a speed tie, which is really nice. So pretty decent turn for us, but let's see how the rest plays out. No, Protect is awesome, so I do get the KO on Rabombi. They do get a free switch, but that's fine by me. Rabombi goes down, and I do get the free Fake Tears into the Ursuluna. They're also probably a Assault Vest Ursuluna. Nice. A Hyper Voice again. Okay. Rabombi goes down. That's fine. I get to go into Gold, I suppose. Or Komo-o. Both are decent. I think I like Gholdengo more. Because if they go Gold on their side, I have like a few different plays I could go for. But what's nice is they're... Yeah, like if they go Gold, this is fine. Because right now I threaten Terra Steel, Make It Rain, plus Hyper Voice. And I like that a lot. Because the Ursuluna goes down even if it terras, because I'll go for Make It Rain and it's at -2, so Make It Rain plus Hyper Voice will KO it. I could very well see their Gholdengo also go for Terastization, which is why I'm going for this play. And even if it doesn't terra, it will be put into Vacuum Wave range. I'm not mistaken. I hope it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I guess the question is like, what's in the back? Because if it's Archalon, I'm a bit scared. Like Sturdy Archalon's actually really rough. Okay, they retreat the Ursa. Is this... Oh, Pelipper. Okay. Interesting. Pelipper is the last. Okay. So I get rid of Pelipper, which is nice. Did they Terra? I Terra mine first, right? Yeah. All right. Did they go Terra? Did they just protect? They Shadow Ball my Ursa, reading a Terra on my thing. Okay. That's a crazy one, I think. But sure. I think out of all the ones he wanted to consider, I think that one's the crazy one. Yeah, now it's in Vacuum Wave range. I did crit the Gholdengo, so it might have not been in Vacuum Wave range earlier, but now I think I'm just in such a dominant spot to win. Ursa comes in. I'm pretty sure I just always still like Make It Rain plus Vacuum Wave. I could Bloodmoon too, which is not a bad play into their Bloodmoon. Because they have to Make It Rain themselves, right? Shadow Ball doesn't get a KO. Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna Bloodmoon. I don't... Because they could protect, or they could Shadow Ball. If they Shadow Ball, they don't KO me, so that's fine. They also probably are tearing the Ursuluna anyway. Yeah. Water? Or electric? Water, okay. And doing this damage puts in Clang Scale's range, so I think I can win with my... What's it called? I stay protected too. Yeah, this works out huge for me. So now I gotta make a rain plus a Bloodmoon off, and I think my Komo is in a prime spot to win because I built up so much damage in their Bloodmoon, but then again, I haven't gotten the KOs yet. Good damage to the Ursa. Here's a Bloodmoon as well. We speed tie. I survive. And when Peter's out, that doesn't change anything. Why do we speed tie? I double the gold always. I'm still out of Shadow Ball range from Life Orb Gold. Vacuum Wave is always my play here. If they get double protect and Hyper Voice, I guess it gets spooky, but we lose just speed time if our Ursa's bad. Okay. But I think as long as I get the KO on their gold, I win. And we also speed time with our golds. We're just fast with our... We're modest max speed golds, and our Ursas are just in the same speed tier. Granted, I don't think the speed tier is like super crazy, but it's just funny. Okay, I win with Komo plus Gholdengo because now I Shadow Ball plus Clang Scales. I think Hyper Voice is like early turn is just not great because even though you get spread damage, you didn't really build up anything, right? Because you would still rely on speed ties. The way I did it, it didn't rely on speed ties nearly as much. But yeah, now we go for Shadow Ball plus Clang Scales and we win the game. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. I want to call it here. I'm going to see the score, I think, but I do think that I played pretty well for what it was. Like, we're both going for the Ribombee attack because we can't afford to protect if the other goes for fake tears, double up into the Ursuluna. The Bloodmoon, I think, always makes sense there. The Vacuum Wave is really solid because, again, there's a fake tears into the other slot plus a KO. I was in a really good spot with the Gholdengo on my side. I put on a lot of offensive pressure. Granted, I think the big turn is they went for a super hard commitment, which, here's the thing. I don't think Life Orb Shadow Ball KOs my Assault Vest Bear, even if I Terra Water, so that didn't even really help them, I think. But I guess maybe my assumption was because I thought I was faster than their Ursuluna, it wasn't as safe as I thought, because if they just attacked with the Ursa, it could have been scary. Also, I'm kind of curious on why Pelipper was brought, because I was not expecting Pelipper to be brought at all. But 1728. You know, it's a pretty decent ranking for a GC. I could play more, but I think I'll call it here. I think I felt good about how I played throughout, because I had a really bad start. If you don't know, I had a really bad start because I was like trying out the team. I was also kind of sick. I had something really bad, I think. Like I drank something really bad that was spoiled probably, and my stomach was killing me. My stomach was like making sounds I haven't heard my stomach go for in years. So I was also super cranky that day. I tried to stream it as well, but I'm not gonna lie, I do apologize for anyone who did watch that stream, because I did not feel like myself. I felt like a stranger in my own body, basically. And yeah, like I played okay on stream, but I feel like I didn't play as well as I could have. But I felt like I played well towards this end of the stretch. Granted, there was like a bunch of DCs, but you know, that's people get better internet. What can I say, man? But that's gonna be it for me. And yeah, hopefully get a good place in NA for some decent championship points, because I could go for higher, and maybe I'll try higher for the future ones, but I think I'm satisfied for now. I'm gonna enjoy my day, and I hope you all enjoy your day. Have a good one. And yeah, I think Komo-o, look, did it redeem itself? It's still pretty weak, but I think I was not as good with the team, so I blamed it a lot more on the team. But I think by the way I played it today, I think I kind of had a better learning experience today. Like, team is still pretty good for what it's worth.